Can you imagine waking up to this sound every morning? Hello, welcome to Swiss Watch Gang to another review. Today on the channel we have a watch from a brand we featured before. Today we're going to talk about a watch which has a complication which I think is the most useful in an everyday situation. Today's watch is the Cyrus Klepcys Alarm. For the people which follow my account since last year, you might remember that we reviewed the Cyrus vertical tourbillon watch on the channel. We had the skeleton version in rose gold. I'm going to link the video in the description so you can check it out. The development and the manufacturing of Cyrus watches is done by the great watchmaker by the name of Jean-Francois Mojon. He has a company called Chronode and he creates all these magnificent watches in-house. Jean-Francois also worked with the brands like MB&F, HYT for their first models, and also for big brands which I saw in person but I can't mention on this video. The alarm function in a watch I think is one of the most important complications a watch can have. You can use an alarm in the morning when you wake up. You can use also the alarm function as a reminder for something else in the day. I have a lot of alarms set up on my phone throughout the day, so maybe if I have a few of them or just one, let's say, with my watch, it will be also nice. And the chime of the watch versus my phone is also much more pleasant. What's very typical for Cyrus watches and their Klepcys line is the design language. All the watches in the Klepcys line have this cushion-shaped form. They also feature twin crowns. In this case, the left crown is only for aesthetic purposes and to add symmetry, and the right one is the one used to manipulate the watch. The right crown has three positions. The neutral one, or the one it's in now, is for winding the watch because this is a manual winding watch. The first position is used to setting the alarm function, which is here at 5 o'clock, and the third position is to basically set your hour and minute time. I really like the dial of this watch. It's very 3D. It's also semi-skeletonised. Between 7 and 8 o'clock you can see the hammer which hits the gong once the alarm goes off. On the side you can also see there's an opening where you can see the gong. All the indexes which you can see here are raised. That's because they're applied. They're applied on this beautiful black track here. The middle blue part features triangles or prisma-shaped form, which is actually made out of brass and then galvanized. All the indexes, the hands, as well as the sub-dial here for the alarm function are coated in superluminova. At 11 o'clock you have a small sub-dial for the day-night indicator, and the most important feature about this watch, like I said at the beginning, is this sub-dial here. On this sub-dial you can set up the alarm. You have two halves, one is blue, one is black, and there's a red line dividing them. That's actually indicating the day-night indicator as well for setting the alarm. And at 7 o'clock you have the on and off indicator, so you know when the alarm function is activated. So this watch has a twin barrel. One is just for the timekeeping and the other one is for the alarm function. So you would first wind the alarm so you have enough power. What you do then is you pull the crown out to the first position, and with that you actually manipulate the alarm sub-dial, as you can see now. You can jump with 5-minute increments. The 5-minute increments are displayed on the black outer ring. Let's now set the time to 2 o'clock or 14 o'clock, and let's activate the alarm function. You activate the alarm function with pushing the crown in. There's a small pusher here. And now let's change the time to 2 o'clock or 14 o'clock so you can hear the alarm and the beautiful chime. Beautiful sound. When it's fully wound, it actually goes on for 16 seconds. If you know the Jaeger-LeCoultre Memovox watch or the Vulcan Cricket watch, you know the sound is a bit different. So Cyrus actually uses what you also can see in minute repeaters, a gong and a hammer. Let me now show how the case pack of this watch looks. Luckily for us, Jean-Francois Mojon designed a clear sapphire case pack, so you can see into its beautifully constructed movement. As you see, the movement design is also very avant-garde and more industrial. This is a commonality with all these Cyrus Klepcys watches. Throughout all the bridges you can see there's a gorgeous sunburst decoration which goes from brushed to matte finishing. Most of the angles are 90-degree cut down, so there is no real anglage on this movement. You also noticed a double barrel here. Like I said at the beginning when I was winding the alarm watch, one barrel is solely for the purpose of the alarm function and the other one is for timekeeping. So if the alarm goes off, don't be afraid that your watch will stand still, because the second barrel will keep on providing the power for the time indication. On top of the two barrels, you can also see the Cyrus logo. Because the alarm function is not easy to do, it requires a total of 340 components. The decoration of the main plate is a very fine microblasting process. It looks very matte. And also all the screws on the movement and the plates are beautifully mirror polished. I'm gonna now put the watch on my wrist so you guys can see how it fits me. The case is very well made as well. It's constructed out of 26 single parts, and as you can see, the lugs are bent downwards. The strap also follows the line of the lugs, and I think the watch is very comfortable. You can see the buckle is also nicely decorated with a brushed and polished finish. There's also the Cyrus logo on top of it. It's a folding buckle, which on the side has a small pusher. This pusher here is actually used for easier adjustment of the strap. In this case, we have a black caoutchouc strap, so you can wash your hands with this watch with no problem, with no concern to destroy it. Yes, you can wash your hands with this watch because the case is actually waterproof to 30 meters. I wouldn't advise you to go swim with it, for example. The size of this stainless steel case is 46 millimeters, and just for reference, my wrist size is 18.1 centimeters. The height of the case is 17.15 millimeters. It's not a slim watch, but if you want to hide it under the cuff, you can, because the bezel is curved downwards. The complex case construction features also a few different types of polishing and finishing. You have a brushed and polished bezel, you have also brushed and polished lugs, and from the side, the lugs have this beautiful bead blasted finish. Since we have this watch with a lovely feature on the channel, let's hear the sound of the alarm again. I'm gonna push the alarm in and then you'll hear the chime. Beautiful. That was it for the review, guys. If you have any questions about this particular watch or any other Cyrus watches, leave a comment down below. Also, I'm curious to know, what do you think is the most usable complication in an everyday environment? Also, like and subscribe to the channel if you're a fan of it, share with somebody who likes watches as much as you do, and I'll see you next week.